The crowd outside the arena roared like thunder, their voices rising with each passing minute. Thousands had gathered, holding posters, glowing sticks, and banners, their chants of "Michael! Michael!" shaking the very ground. Inside his dressing room, Michael Jackson sat quietly, his sequined glove resting on the table beside him. He leaned forward, elbows on his knees, staring at the floor. For once, the king of pop wasn't thinking about choreography, lights, or cameras. Tonight, he was thinking about a boy. Earlier that day, during rehearsals, a security guard had walked in with a small visitor. The boy, no more than 10, was thin and pale, with hollow cheeks and tired eyes. He clutched a worn-out teddy bear, the fabric faded from years of being held. The guard whispered, "Michael, this is Danny. He's been fighting a serious illness. He wanted to meet you. It's his dream." Michael's eyes softened as he knelt down to the boy's level. "Hi, Danny," he said in his gentle voice. "I'm really happy you came." Danny looked up, his eyes wide with disbelief. You're real." His voice cracked, but he smiled shyly. "I listen to your songs every night. When the medicine hurts, Mom plays Heal the World for me." Michael felt a lump form in his throat. He had heard countless stories of fans who found comfort in his music, but seeing this fragile boy standing before him made it painfully real. He reached out and gently held Danny's hand. "Music has magic," Michael said softly, "and so do you." Danny laughed weakly. "But I can't dance like you." Michael smiled and whispered, "Everyone can dance, even if it's just in your heart." That night, as showtime approached, Michael couldn't shake the thought of Danny. The boy's bravery and quiet strength weighed on his mind. Backstage, the director gave him the usual pep talk about cameras, timing, and special effects. Michael nodded, but his heart was elsewhere. When the lights dimmed and the music started, Michael walked onto the stage, greeted by a deafening roar. The first notes of "Man in the Mirror" began, and Michael held the microphone close. Normally, he would have focused on the performance, the spins, the moonwalk, the signature moves the world adored. But tonight, his eyes scanned the front rows, searching. And then he saw him. Danny sat in a wheelchair, his teddy bear clutched tight. His mother held him close, tears streaming down her face as the boy's eyes glowed with joy. Michael felt a rush of energy unlike anything he had ever experienced. The words poured out of him with more emotion than ever before. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. The crowd swayed, singing along, their voices blending into one enormous chorus. Michael closed his eyes, raising his hand toward the sky, and for a moment it felt as though the entire arena was one heartbeat, one soul. As the song reached its peak, Michael walked to the edge of the stage and extended his hand. Security hesitated, but Michael motioned for them to bring Danny forward. The boy was wheeled to the stage, his small frame illuminated by the spotlight. Michael knelt down, just as he had earlier, and whispered into the microphone, "This is for you, Danny." The band shifted into Heal the World, and the arena erupted in cheers. Michael gently lifted Danny from his wheelchair, holding him carefully in his arms. Together, under the dazzling lights, they swayed to the rhythm. Danny's face lit up, his smile brighter than any spotlight. Tens of thousands of fans watched in awe, their cheers transforming into tears. In that moment, no one saw Michael Jackson, the superstar, the king of pop, or the performer. They saw a man using his gift not for fame, but for love. Backstage after the show, Michael carried Danny back to his mother. She hugged Michael, whispering through her tears, "You gave him the happiest moment of his life." Michael shook his head gently. "No, he gave it to me." As Danny waved goodbye, Michael placed his glove in the boy's hand. "Now you have the magic," he said with a smile. That night, long after the lights had dimmed and the stage was empty, Michael sat quietly again. But this time, he wasn't thinking about exhaustion or fame. He was thinking about how music, his music, could reach deeper than applause, deeper than charts, deeper than history. It could heal. And that was the only stage he ever wanted to stand on.